I'm Deb Kearns, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living in our beautiful community of Apple Valley. Please stand and join us, if you wish, in singing our opening song, Holy, Holy Way, by Ricky Briers with Chris and the HDCSL Choir. That was absolutely wonderful. We are an all-inclusive center of love, where we recognize and celebrate each person as a divine and unique expression of the one spirit in all. Together, we are co-creating the world that works for everyone. We teach and embody the science of mind principles to support our core values of love, healing, spiritual growth, abundance, service, and diversity. Welcome home. Today, thank you for those of you joining us online, as well as those of you that are with us in person. We're happy that you're here. Now I invite you to please join me in reading the opening community affirmation. It's in your program on the left side, and it's also up on the monitors as well. I believe in one power, one living spirit, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. I believe that spirit expresses through me and is the unity of all life. I believe that all thought is creative and that how I choose to think creates my personal experience. Is there anyone here for the first time? If so, please raise your hand. Thank you. Welcome. Truly, thank you for being here today. Again, welcome home. So if you don't already have a welcome packet, you can pick one up in the welcoming table right outside these doors in our sanctuary. It includes a gift for you and from our wonderful bookstore and gift shop. So please visit us after the service and take a look at our bookstore. Lots of really great things inside. So again, thank you for being here. And now we'd like to take a moment to thank Joyce Lindsay for her beautiful flower arrangements that she prepared for each of us. Joyce, thank you. They bring so much joy to everyone here and also online. So thank you for sharing creativity with us. So we have some daily text announcements, and we send these daily affirmations out and updates regarding our services and any upcoming events through this texting service. If you'd like to join the service, please text JOIN to 833-683-2356. The info is also up on the monitors for your convenience. If you are no longer receiving these daily messages, and you would like some help, please reach out to Brandy, and she's happy to help you with that process. It's great to be in the loop and connected throughout the week. So, thank you. All right, so in your announcements, we have a color form, and it's inside of your paper there. It's the insert, and it has announcements for upcoming weeks or in the program each week, along with daily affirmations to use. So please take it home and keep it handy. Put it on your refrigerator so you can read the daily announcements, the daily affirmations. So current events happening at the center can also be found online and our social media accounts on Facebook and Instagram. We also have our HDCSL monthly calendar found on our website. We have a few announcements to share with you, and they are as follows. Today, right after service, we will gather in the community room for fellowship and potluck to celebrate October birthdays. So who here has a birthday in October? Raise your hand. All right, look around, everyone. All right, so we want to celebrate you, and we are going to sing. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. All right. I'm getting adjusted here. We have a new microphone, so I'm trying to readjust. I'm getting there. Throw my mojo off, but it'll come back. Okay, so beginning Thursday, October 6th at 6 p.m., Tina Arredondo will be facilitating a book study right here on the 4 agreements, right here at the center. So if you want more information, I believe there should be some information out on the welcoming table also. On Sunday, October 9th, right after service, we have our community sound healing event with Amethyst and Eddie of the High Desert Healing 760. The suggested donation is $25 per person. This event is open to the community, so please invite your friends to join for some healing through the power of sound and vibration. This is good for your body, mind, and spirit. Sunday, October 16th at 12:30, Marina and Frank are co-facilitating a 6-week class titled Consciousness and the Creative Process. So, for more information, also check out on the welcoming table. Our HDCSL Halloween dance is happening Friday, October 21st from 7 to 10 p.m. There'll be treats, finger foods, special guest DJ Steve Colucci will be playing some great music, and there will be a costume contest and more. Ooh, sounds scary. And fun. Advance purchase tickets are on sale in the bookstore for $25 or $30 at the door. So save yourself $5 and get it at the bookstore. Also, today we're having a 50-50 opportunity. You're going to see Liz out in the the little area outside of the welcoming table. For $5, you can get 6 chances for a 50-50 opportunity. So you can talk to her and find out some more information on that. So finally, check out the concierge table for flyers, sign-up sheets, and more information on classes. Everything I just discussed here is in more detail right out there. So if something perked your interest, please go out there and double check. Okay, every Sunday we share the vision for our new minister. We ask that you hold this vision with us throughout the week. Printed copies are also available at the concierge table for you to take home as well. Please join me in reading this if you choose. Our purpose is unity. Our vision is to be a dynamic teaching center where we learn to experience the Spirit within us and to express our fullest potential in life. Our new minister is comfortable with shared leadership, accessible to our community, has humor, tact, and is kind. Our new minister is intelligent, a fine teacher of science and mind, an inspired speaker, and feeds us spiritually. Our new minister lives the science of mind with integrity and has a consciousness of abundance, is authentic and unbiased. Our new minister is enthusiastic while being emotionally mature, committed, and connected to our community, and is wise in all of their affairs. And now, I would like to welcome our practitioner of the day, Marina Shoupe.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Deborah. Where am I and what am I doing?
Yes.
Please join me.
Hello? Yeah, there we are.
Please join me as we read Dr. Ernest Holmes' promises together. They are on the front page of your program and they're in the air. I keep the promise that I have made myself to affirm in this moment that I am abundant, healthy, strong, and happy. I keep the intention to daily speak this truth to my inner soul, telling it that it is wonderful and marvelous, that it is one with the great cause of life, truth, power, and action. I whisper these things into my soul until it breaks forth into songs of joy with the realization of its limitless possibilities. I assure my soul. And for our contemplation time today, let's turn within as Chris shares the heart of the world.
I am the
Anka George will now join me in light the flames of faith. We perform the Flames of Faith ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples and all faiths, all beings, come from the one great universal principle, presence, which we call spirit. The unity candle represents the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. We light the first candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light the second candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the third candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the paths of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle, acknowledging all forms of new thought, the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principle. And we light the 10th candle for inclusivity, affirming that all are welcome here. And as Anka lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light names of loved ones, knowing that they have the experience of Spirit's eternal love. I invite you to close your eyes, go upstairs, go in. There is one life, and this life is God. This life is my life. This brilliant universal presence is everywhere, infusing all with sparks. This life is sweet, playful, rich, and warm. Everything I think, see, do, or taste is God. I, for one, am really happy to embrace the fact that I am one with the creative impulse of the universe. This unity is the grounding force in my life. The fact that grounds me. When I speak for myself, I know for all here or listening in, I live in an abundant world. This life is full of mirth, peace, health, and calm. Everywhere I look, I see plenty. Our center expands, inhaling and growing as we tuck into this delicious respite of fall. Our community multiplies, supports, and sustains. We are supported and sustained by this community. We are mighty, and we are a blessing to each other and to the world. Know this. So grateful am I for this life of love and service. I appreciate every breath, every adventure, all impulses. Gratitude floods my life, and I release my word to the receptive, universal mind that can only respond respond with action, respond with love. And please join me. And so it is.
And we have some special music right now. This is from Desiree. It's called You Gotta Be.
Our guest speaker today. Reverend Veronica has been a practitioner since 2003 and became a minister in October of 2020. She is a staff minister at the Namaste Center for Spiritual Living in Long Beach, California. Veronica is a strong believer in prayer, and she loves praying with people and seeing the results. Veronica has also been a yoga instructor for more than 20 years. She has been the previous owner of Free Spirit Yoga in Long Beach, California. Reverend Veronica has been sober for 26 years. Let's hear her. And she is proud of becoming a registered nurse 14 years ago. She served as, let me get a running start. She served as the charge nurse on the COVID unit in 2020 and 2021. Thank you so much for that. Yes, thank you. It was the most challenging time that Veronica has faced on her Science of Mind journey. She could not have made it through it without her meditation practice and her many spiritual tools. Her favorite things are to pray, snow ski, and laugh with her friends and family. Veronica's motto, when you can see God in everything and everyone, life becomes magical. Let me say that again because that was beautiful. When you can see God in everyone and everything, life becomes magical. Thank you for that. Please join me in welcoming back Reverend Veronica Silva.
Thank you. Hello, hi, Desert Center for Spiritual Living. So good to be here again. I love to drive out here at that morning time. I brought my family with me today, so I feel like, yay, so blessed to be here. And I love coming here. Your sanctuary and the people just warm my heart. So thank you for your welcoming energy and open hearts. Thank you. So today, or this month, Centers for Spiritual Living are talking about finances. Wow. Now, finances are God, so it's okay. It's okay for us to talk about finances. There we are. And this week we're talking about swimming in the ocean. I was going to put like a blank after that, swimming in the ocean of blank, so that everyone could fill in their own blank, right? What are we swimming in the ocean of lately? Are we swimming in the ocean of negativity? Are we swimming in the ocean of good, of God? And today we're going to talk about swimming in the ocean of good. Because I know that sometimes life doesn't seem like it's going very well. And sometimes that can last a few moments, sometimes that can last a few days, sometimes that can last a few weeks. You know, we're human, and that's the one thing I wanted to really emphasize in my talk today, is that I know that God is good all the time. I know that in my cells and my soul. And I also know that sometimes life just happens, right? That life can take us through its ups and downs. And despite all of that, internally I still know that God is good all the time, with every breath I take. And so when Centers for Spiritual Living creates these topics and for the month and for the week, I really appreciated the swimming in the infinite ocean, because that's where I like to put my attention when things do get bumpy, when the road does get rough, and I can remember that the ocean that I'm swimming in is infinite, and that possibilities are infinite. Then it brings me peace. It brings me peace that I can get through this. Because has anyone taken swimming lessons before, maybe, or you put your kids through swimming lessons? And remember, there's like the pollywogs, right? And then there's like the frogs, and then you graduate, and then you're maybe the sharks and the whales, and you know, sometimes life is like that, right? You feel like a pollywog, like barely like paddling to keep your head above water, you know, and you're just like, come on, I can paddle and paddle. And what happens is you get exhausted, right? You get exhausted. I need to do more than just, you know, paddle in the water. And so then we might learn how to meditate, and meditation starts to give us more strength and a little bit more tools, and we can now, maybe we've graduated to the frogs, and now we can maybe swim to the side and hang on to the side where it feels safe, and we're not, you know, drowning up to our chin, and so we can hold on and get to safety where we have the edge of the pool, and we can like relax. I have a new tool, a new skill that I can hold on to the side of the edge now. And then when we graduate, we might learn how to pray in Science of Mind, and we learned spiritual mind treatment, which is a specific way that we learn how to pray. It's a prayer of the affirmative. And so now we might become a shark, right? We're a shark now. We can swim across the pool and get to the other side. And, oh, I made it. And so these are the tools that help us get through as we swim through the infinite ocean of life. Because, in life, we come and when we come across these bumpy roads, we have our tools. And when it seems like we're paddling, trying to keep our chin above water, we're like, oh yeah, I remember I could kick. And I could reach for the side of the swimming pool so that I can get that breath. And then I can swim to the other side because I have the strength with my tools of prayer and learn to get to the other side. That's kind of like how life is, right? As we grow and add to our toolbox of life and spirituality. And sometimes we need new tools, right? We have our old, we have to change up our tools a little bit, our spiritual practices. If you've been doing the same spiritual practice for years, and I was doing that. I was doing the same spiritual practice every morning, my same routine. And then life got bumpy. I said, I need to change something. I need a new tool, and then I learned how to dive off the side of the pool into the water. I learned how to dive, and I changed my spiritual practice and learned something new. A new breathing technique is what I learned. And so I added it to my morning practice so that I could learn and to move past the crunchy areas that sometimes life brings. Does life sometimes have some crunchiness to it? Yes, it does. That's all good. We're honoring the crunchy part too. So yes, we have to, because, when we are living, I believe us here, I can't speak for other centers or other places, but I know us here in Centers for Spiritual Living, we like to live life. We like to live life, yes? Yes, we do, yes. And so, yes, and in doing that, sometimes it gets a little crunchy because we're living life to the fullest. We know that God is our source and supply, so we're going to go for it. And sometimes we might miss the mark. That's okay. That's all right. That's how, because we know that life begins at the end of our comfort zone. So we're going to get uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable is good. That's a whole different mindset, right? Sometimes we live to avoid the uncomfortable parts in life. Okay, that's all right. But sometimes getting uncomfortable helps us grow spiritually because we have to reach into our pocket and pull out that spiritual tool that we forgot about because we're like, oh my God, how am I going to get through this? And so that is where we start to grow and become deeper inside as we grow wider out into the world, because we become more aware, more conscious. We have new thoughts. We're letting go of restrictive thoughts and limiting thoughts. And so that is why we practice. That is why we swim to the edge and swim across the pool and jump off the side of the pool and learn how to dive so that we can swim through this infinite ocean of life of God with our tools, and we know that we can do it. I'm here to tell you that you can do it. Can I hear a yes to that? Yes, you can do it, yes. All right, so let's see what we have to say about swimming in the infinite ocean. And we are here living in an infinite sea of abundance, but we can't see it or experience it if we think we don't have it or have something that we are lacking or that we don't feel we are worthy. This is an incongruence with the universe. So we are in this sea of abundance and we're having this conversation. And, I'll raise my hand to this. I'm not perfect. We'll have this conversation of, oh, I can't do it. Anybody do it? Oh, I can't afford it. Oh, I don't think so. Or this is how it's always been. So I'm just going to do my Eeyore impression, right? I'm not sure. Woe is me. And that's an incongruence with the universe and the infinite ocean of good that the universe has to offer us. So what I'm asking is that we change our thinking, change our life. Yes, we place our attention on the God qualities, even when our life, even if we don't know how we're going to pay our next bill, we still place our attention on good. Because if we place our attention on what we can't do and how am I going to pay that bill, there's a whole vast, infinite source available and waiting to provide for us when we put our attention on it. Yes? Yes, when we put our attention on it. And then, because who's going to decide if you or I are wealthy? Who decides that? I do. I decide my wealth by where I put my attention. And my wealth is not decided or determined by what I own. I want that to be very clear. My wealth is not decided or determined by what I own. It's not determined by what society tells me wealth looks like. It is determined by me. It isn't determined by what kind of car I drive. It is determined by my conscious contact with the source much greater than myself. And that is where my wealth is provided. I need an amen to that, because when we can switch, when we can disconnect ourselves from what society tells us that wealth is. Sure, I'm not going to tell you who doesn't like driving a nice car, who doesn't like having the nice things in life. I'm not telling you to turn away from those appearances. No, I am not. I am telling you that it doesn't define us, because we know that all objective material things in life can come and they can go. But God is everywhere present all the time in its entirety. It has no end, it has no beginning, and it is the substance from which we are made. Yes. And it doesn't leave us, it's always present with us. So we can remember, we can be aware of our attachments to material things and just notice them. Oh yeah, there it is again. My wanting and wanting and wanting and wanting. But we know that sources are a supply. And from that place, we can rest. I rest in thee. Take a breath in for that. I rest in thee. Breathe it in. Let it out. Yes, yes. And how do we do that? We do that when remembering to be like the lilies of the field, who spin and toil not. The lilies of the field, who they roll, they blow with the breeze. You can be like the daisies that open to the sun and close when the sun sets. Is there effort in that? Do the daisies have to worry about, oh my gosh, is the sun going to come up? Am I going to open? Is the sun going to go down today? Is my source going to supply me with what I need? No, they, like the lilies of the field, spin and toil not. There's a knowingness that the daisies will open at the beginning of the day and close at the end of the day. How do we find that knowingness inside of us? How can we be our own daisy or our own lily of the field when the wind blows, that we just blow along with it? Because the wind will blow. Ask Florida right now. The wind was blowing recently in Florida, right? Yes, and not to make fun, I know that there was damage done, but the wind blows in our life. So how do we flow with it? Knowing that even in the midst of the appearances of life, that there's something in us that knows that all is well. That all is well. We do not need to become, agitated. And if we do, we breathe. We breathe. The breath is always there for us. The breath is always there for us. This is the vibration of knowing that all needs are met. You say, but this, and but I can't pay that, and but how is this gonna? This is the vibration of all needs are met. We don't have to know the how. We just need to know the what. How many have ever received unexpected income? Just like And you don't know where, it just happened to show up. And I'm even talking about a penny on the ground. That is unexpected income. There is no small or large in the universe. If you can get as happy about a penny you see on the ground as you are as a check that comes in the mail, the universe says yes. Because the universe doesn't know large or small. A penny is the same value as a piece of paper with a couple of hundred zeros on it. Or, the universe doesn't know. So let's see that penny next time you say, pick it up, woo! Unexpected income, yes. You're creating within you a vibration that you're putting out into the world that says, yes, more, please. Yes, more, please. More good, more God. And when I'm talking about wealth, I want you to know that I'm not just talking about money. Okay, so I want to be really clear. Money's great. And I want you to know that when we're talking about love, we're talking about joy, we're talking about health and wealth. Yes. So as a nurse, as you know, I'm a nurse, and one thing that I love is that the body and the cells are all great metaphors as a microcosm for the great macrocosm that God is. And so what I know about the body is that I don't have to think about my heart beating. I'm like, okay, all right, heart, let's go. It's time to get started here. Don't have to worry about it, right? Of course my heart is beating. Do I have to worry about my lungs? Oh, okay, lungs, time to breathe. Come on, you can do it. No, I do not. This is what I call the of course consciousness. Of course. Of course my heart is going to beat, right? Of course my lungs are going to draw in air. Of course my stomach is going to digest the food. And if you cut yourself, you say, okay, come on, you can do it. You can heal. Come on, I'm going to will this to heal. No. Of course it's going to heal. And with that same consciousness that you know that's going to happen without your effort or interference, we know, of course, all needs are met in this moment. In this moment, all needs are met. Yes, and when we come with that of course consciousness, the universe says, yes, of course. Yes, of course. In this moment, all needs are met. All we have. That's all we have. We think in the future, how am I going to do this, or how's that going to unfold? But really, do we have the future? Do we know? Has the future ever brought you something unexpected? Yeah. Off your, what your plan was? Yes. So what we have all we know is what we have right now. So when we put our of course consciousness on what we have right now, all needs are met. Everything is met right now. And then in the next moment, all needs are met. Right now, this is the next moment. All needs are met. And then in the next moment, all needs are met. And then it might look like your future, but it's still the now moment, yes? It's just an accumulation of now moments where I have, you have, we have the of course consciousness. And we put those moments together and they create our life. They create our life. And so when doubt wants to creep in, because it will, wait, of course God is my source and supply. Of course all needs are met. Yes, yes, I say yes. And so when you forget, just remember, of course my heart is beating. Right? You can even put your hand on your pulse of your wrist. Of course my heart is beating. Here is the manifestation right here. And we place our attention on of course. Of course, the abundance, that penny on the ground, of course I'm a magnet for abundance. Because when we think about, I've been contemplating the word accept. All I have to do is accept it. But that requires effort. Accept. I'm still contemplating this, but I'm going to just see what comes forth right now because You know, the cell of our body, the cell wall of our body is called permeable. It doesn't like accept the electrolytes because the potassium goes in and the potassium goes out and the calcium goes into your cell and the calcium goes out. We don't have to do anything to do with that. It just happens. And the cell doesn't like, I'm going to accept you, calcium, but not you, potassium. It's just a wall of permeability. It's like a chemical reaction. It just flows in and it flows out of the cell wall. And I believe that's how our consciousness works. That we don't have to accept our good. Our good's just going to flow in, and yes, our good's going to flow out. The not so good's going to flow in, and the not so good's going to flow out. It's permeable. Our consciousness, our experience of life is permeable. But when we put our mind and our focus and our consciousness on all needs are met. Of course, all needs are met. That which flows in is a congruence, is in alignment with the goodness of God. And there's nothing that we don't have to take an effort. It just shows up. Woo, I say amen to that. Just showing up. Even before we know that we have a need, the answer has already shown up as our life. That is a beautiful grace of God right there. Right there. As you walk and talk, your life becomes a living prayer. Your life is, I'm going to declare it right now, your life is a living prayer. An expression of the grace of God. And all needs are met. Yes, 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 absolutely. Now, where was I? Yes. So what I know, so I want to go on to abundance and prosperity are not something that we see with our physical eyes. They are not things. And I said this earlier. It's not things that we are looking for. Abundance and prosperity and plenitude have their genesis in the unseen. And that's what we're talking about, the inner work. The consciousness of receptive. You know, when we place our spiritual mind treatment into a receptive God, it was said earlier, a receptive God that says yes. We are a receptive expression of God that says yes. We receive in our permeable consciousness. That's where the work is done. It can't be seen. Our wealth and our wealth consciousness cannot be seen. And it cannot be defined by anyone else but yourself. And as we define it within us, it outpictures as our life. It can't help but outpicture as our life. Because that's how the universe works. As we put it into a receptacle universe, a receptacle mind that receives it, the law that only says yes. Yes. Absolutely. And you know, if you think about it, if you think about water, the flow of water, there, you know, where water is stagnant, there's really no growth. It's kind of stagnant, other than mosquitoes, of course. but where water flows, there's flow, there's growth. Like along a river, there's trees, there's grass, and there's animals, because the water is circulating. That's where life flourishes, is in the circulation. So we know, do we not, about the law of circulation? Do we not? Yes. Who's ever played on one of those? Are those old school or what? How many of you have fallen off of one of those before? Yes, or maybe your siblings spun in too quick and off you went. But prosperity is not stagnant. Remember, permeability, the electrolytes flow in, the electrolytes flow out. Prosperity flows. It's always a constant flow like water. And if you think about this merry-go-round as the law of circulation, you just kind of tap the merry-go-round. That's going to take a long time for that to circulate around, right? We create momentum. And when you create momentum, you push that merry-go-round with your spiritual practices, with your affirmations, with your knowingness that all needs are met, and you're pushing it. And you keep knowing the truth about you, and you know about the truth about your life, and about God, and who you are, that all needs are met, and of course consciousness, and that merry-go-round spins. And you've created momentum. And you know from the point that you push to it and the point that comes back is faster. And the return is faster. And then when you slow it down, the law of circulation slows down. But as you keep the momentum going, you have that visualization of what you put out will come back to you. And I'm talking about not just circulation of finances. Yes, circulation of money, great. But circulation of love, circulation of joy, circulation of peace. Letting all of that wealth come back to you. And then you circulate it again, because we're primordial beings in consciousness. And you circulate it again, and it comes back to you. And you learn to detach. Thinking that if I let go of it, it's not going to come back. Or that there's some limitation to God's good. No, there is no limitation as we keep circulating. It keeps passing through, and it might look like it's always here, but it's because it's now your life experience, but it's still passing through because we're circulating it, and we're giving it away, and it keeps coming back, and life becomes rich. Life becomes rich. Yes. We don't have to hold on to it because we trust in the universe, and we trust in ourselves. We trust that we are the ones who are circulating and creating the momentum. And as you create that momentum, you jump on that merry-go-round. And you go, woohoo! This is fun. Yes, this is fun. Because this is swimming in the infinite ocean of good. Swimming in the infinite ocean of God. We can do this. Yes?
Yes.
Yes. Find the way that works for you to create the momentum in your life by consistent practice. Consistency creates momentum. Consistent every day, day in and day out, twice a day if you want to. Whatever works for you, create that momentum through affirmation, through prayer. You know what's a great way to create momentum is compliments. Compliments. Find a way to compliment anyone who crosses your path. That's a way of finding the good in life. Because if you have a mind that has a tendency of not finding the good, find a way to compliment, because that helps you retrain your mind to remember, oh yeah, God is good. Find the good and give not only others, give yourself a compliment. Remind yourself how good you are. Oh, I'm looking good today. Yes, the universe says. Yes, you are. And it helps you to see it everywhere, because it is everywhere. We get to choose what we want to put our attention on. What is it that we want to put our attention on? You know, it's good to stay up to date with the news, but the news is not the truth about who you are. The news is a prayer request waiting to happen. That's what the news is. Yes, indeed, we need to pray what we see on the news, because we just know the truth about who we are, and we hold the truth for those who are showing up on the news, because you know that is their experience as well. That is their experience. That is the suffering that's going on in the world. So we're going to hold that in prayer, knowing the truth for the world. I accept this right here. So we're going to put our mind and our attention on the true wealth that God is, the true health that God is, and the peace and the love. That is the new wealth. I say yes to that, and I want to take another deep breath in and let it out. As we say together, I am wealthy right now.
I am wealthy right now.
Yes, I am the wealth that God is.
I am the wealth that God is.
And so it is. Amen. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. And let's go into prayer. Yes, yes. As we feel the presence of God right here, right now, within each and every one of us, within each and every one of our permeable selves. We know that this is the truth, that God is all there is, that God is everywhere present, expressing right now as each and every one right now. Whether you're watching online or you're present in this building, God is. And it is from this place of oneness that I declare that what is true for me is true for all. Yes. And that wealth is the order of the day. That the experience of all needs met is occurring right now in this moment. That the of course consciousness that my heart is beating effortlessly, that my lungs are breathing effortlessly, and that all needs are met effortlessly. I declare that as so right now. And I declare that love is the currency of life, and that there is plenty to share. I accept this right here and right now. I know this is so. I release it to the universe that only says yes, as we all declare together. And so it is. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Continuator. Whose turn is it? Your turn.
Thank you, Reverend.
Thank you.
Beautiful. All right, I have a special song for you. It's called You Are Holy by Design.
We all have so many things to do. Every time I think I have some real free time, that illusion breaks into. There's a beauty when you feel connected to the love the universe provides. If you just kick back and go within, it will take you for a ride. You decide. Will you trust the love inside you? Don't you know that you're divine? There's a spirit right beside you. You are holy by design, and you shine. When you look upon a baby sleeping, it's a precious sight to behold. There's an innocence, and it's still in you. Doesn't matter what you're told. Don't withhold. Just remold and unfold to the perfect love inside you. Don't you know that you're divine? There's a spirit right beside you. You are holy by design,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. That was beautiful. This is now our giving time. Please take a moment to join me in appreciation for this community, our teaching, and our philosophy. We know we live in an abundant universe. There is always more than enough to share and spare. We use this time to open up the flow of abundance and circulate that energy with gratitude. Because we appreciate you and your contributions, we make it easy for you to give. In addition to placing the offering in the basket today, there are various ways that you can contribute to our center. You can use the Banco app on your smartphone or tablet. You can visit our website to make a donation, www.hi-desertcsl.org. Scroll all the way down to the donate button, or simply just drop off a donation throughout the week or by mail. Thank you so much for supporting our center. And thank you to our ushers today for your service. Please join me in reading aloud our Declaration of Affirmative Giving located inside of your program on the left side and also on our monitors. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of the spiritual center, knowing that it turns to me, multiplied abundantly. I invite our ushers to start at the front of the room with the baskets, please. Chris will now lead us in I Am So Grateful by Karen Drucker. My favorite song. Please join us if you choose as we affirm the infinite divine blessings in our life.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude inside me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful. 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 I'm so grateful.
As we take this moment to bless the blessings, knowing that momentum is being created through our giving, momentum individually, momentum for High Desert Center for Spiritual Living, and momentum in the world, knowing that the universe says yes to that which we give. For that we are so grateful, so thankful for the lives that these blessings will touch, for the difference that will be made in this world by the blessings that we have given with ease and with grace. For that we all say together, and so it is.
I'd like to invite our practitioner team to the stage. Our practitioner team is here to serve you. The prayer request box is in the garden room under the picture of our founder, Dr. Ernest Holmes. Our practitioners' phone numbers are on the back side of your program. Please reach out to any one of our experienced licensed practitioners for prayer, especially if you're going through a challenge in your life. They are here to know the truth for you and are available after service. for spiritual support if you need prayer. Thank you to all of you who have joined us online and in person today. We will see you right here next Sunday, October 9th, with our guest speaker, Reverend Carol Lutz, followed by our Community Sound Healing event. Have a great weekend, everyone. And now I'd like to invite Practitioner Marina Shoupe to read our affirmation for the day.
Half of our practitioners are on vacation. Isn't that sweet? Abundance. Okay, the affirmation for the day. I'll read it once and then you get to join me for 2 more times, please. I am guided by the greater power and deeper wisdom within me. I want to dance that one out. I am guided by the greater power and deeper wisdom within me. I am guided by the greater power and deeper wisdom within me. Veronica, benediction and closing.
Okay. That's not, can I go from out? Oh, no, just here.
Dancing around.
Yes. As we close our time today, let's close our eyes and take a deep breath in. Knowing that although this appears to be a closing, it really is an opening. Absolutely. As we take what has moved and inspired today, take it out into the world. It is not meant to stay in this room. It is meant to be shared in any way that is receptive, in a place of receptivity. So I know and declare also for those who may be experiencing challenging times, who may be suffering in any way, that I know where they stand, God is working in each and every one's lives who may be experiencing health challenges, who may be making their transition right now, just knowing that God is present. So I release this prayer knowing that as we dance our way out, we know that God is present in and as each and every one of our lives expressing as joy, peace, power, love, and abundance. As we all say together, and so it is. Amen. Amen.
This being the first Sunday, we have the peace song here. Always sing it.